Oh, hey, good evening. Welcome to another riveting edition of Three Dudes Brews, The Last Call. I'm sorry, I do other things from time to time. I just have to make sure my brain works. I was smelling some good beer as the show popped on. Oh, my God. I am so glad I made the journey. More on that in a minute. Welcome to, like I said, another riveting edition of Three Dudes Brews, Last Call. My name is Buddy Thayer. I welcome you to join us on this trip, this journey, this liquid journey down the river beer. Jump in the canoe with me and Costas and Ed. And as I mentioned, Costas and Ed, here they are.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Look at that. How are we doing? A little bit late. A little bit late. Yeah.
Some technical difficulties on our end, so things happen.
Apologize if we're a little echoey. We have a little issue going on with our mics, so kind of on Plan B.
Plan B. It took them a few extra minutes to get here. It just means the show is going to be that much more special.
It'll be that much more entertaining.
More entertaining, for sure, guys.
Ed definitely needs a beer.
Oh, I need several.
All right. Yeah, I have several ready to go. Before we get into our really quick, Ed, I've been holding this, dude, for like almost maybe 2 days, I'd say.
I bet.
So Ed, how many did you have, first of all? You know exactly what I'm talking about. How many did you have?
One too many.
One too many? Fantastic. Yeah. How did you like it, Ed?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It all caught up to me, though, I'll tell you that, because when I opened up the last can, and we'll talk about this more in a minute, I didn't realize it was an 8%er.
Yeah, buddy.
So I was like,
it's a
banger after banger after banger, and
now his head is going bang, bang, bang.
It's this morning a little, I'll tell you that.
One of my starting 5 for sure of all time beers would be the one that. Are you drinking that this evening, Ed?
I am not. It's at home. I've got some other stuff for time.
Okay, so we're referring to Cactus by Tilted Barn Brewery in Exeter, Rhode Island. They have amazing choices, and I have one of them sitting right here. I was expecting, Ed, more something like this. Littlefield, it's an American IPA. They have a really nice can art. It's a nice little farm with a little ocean, right? And it's I think it's only it's 6.3 alcohol by volume. It's an American single IPA. It's pretty good. When I heard Tilted Barn, I'm like, it's gotta be like Violet. Violet's really good. Or I didn't expect Cactus, dude. That was awesome.
What I'm drinking right now from them, I've got the good old Bleeding Heart, which is fantastic, by the way. So it's a fruited ghost style sour. It's delicious. But I got to tell you, buddy, thank my wife there. Thank Jamie. She has been going off.
Good call. All the can art from Tilted Barn is absolutely tremendous. So I walked in,
and it was just, she grabbed every double IPA I think she could see.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw you had Heady Topper there.
Heady Topper. That was the last one.
Beautiful choice. Beautiful choice, guys. Before we start talking about special beers,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We have I don't know what we call it, Duder of the month, the special dude, El Duderino, if you will. I don't know what to call him. We're gonna do this once a month, so you'll see this every other episode. So once a month, right?
Dude of the month.
Dude of the month. So our dude of the month this month, he when you think about craft beer initially, you don't initially think of this guy, but this guy is like a big craft beer enthusiast. He's also a retired Catholic priest of the Providence Diocese of Rhode Island, and he's also a demonologist. He's a paranormal investigator and researcher, and he loves craft beer. Please welcome to the show. Happy almost Easter, Father Bob Bailey. Hey, dude.
How's it going?
Cheers, Father Bob.
Cheers.
You all.
Happy Holy Week, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure.
Awesome. Ed, since you kick things off, why don't you talk a little bit about your Bleeding Heart? I love Bleeding Heart, by the way. Why don't you talk a little bit about it?
So, I got to say, you guys all know me. I'm a sucker for a sour. Any sour, I'm going to grab it. And I almost went to my go-to sour, but we'll talk about that one later. So, I went walking around the corner at the package store there, and I know exactly where they keep the Tilted Barn, and I walked over and I saw it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've never seen this. I saw the price and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to grab 2 pounds of cocoa today. But I did it anyway. My wife pushed me over the lid, and it's fantastic. It's not too sour. It's got nice fruit. I mean, look at the color. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
You can tell it's a fruited sour. It's
What's the fruit of choice in the sour there? What are they?
I know they've got it on here. It is cranberries and plums. That explains.
Oh, so it's pretty hot. It's hot.
It is. You know what though? It's not overly. I'd say it's probably about a 6 on the old pucker factor.
Oh well, all right. So it's a little over mid. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely tasty. I will be.
Would you drink a 4-pack in one sitting?
Easy.
Okay,
Easy.
so it's not too much.
You can crush these things.
Not too much acidic. Not too much
No, that's just it. I mean, they're standard 5% or so. I mean, it's not like you're gonna. I mean, you could go through these in an afternoon and be fine.
Right.
At least for us kids, we're professionals.
A nice summertime beer, nice and crisp. Costas, you're sitting right next to him. You might as well go next. But take a lesson, Costas. Ed came on. Ed had a Citra double IPA, and he was advertising it. Dude, embrace the Citra, Costas. Go ahead.
I think I'll forego the Citra and I'll stick with my sours. I have Whirly Gig from Grey Sail of Rhode Island.
Oh,
A fruited sour. Yeah, fruited sour ale, peach mango.
Oh,
But it's fantastic. It's actually a 7% ABV sour, and it's not too heavy on the pucker. I would say maybe like a 4 or 5. But it's got a lot. It's a very robust peach mango flavor.
yeah.
It's delicious. You can taste the peach. You can taste the mango. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly tart. It's not overly.
It's good balance, dude.
Yeah, it's well balanced.
In a sour, it just evens it out. It seems, right?
Yeah, it's if you're not looking for like a big, huge pucker factor, I would definitely say this is something to drink. It's a light sour, not a big punch in the face. So
Yeah.
cheers.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome, Costas. All right.
Yeah.
What's your style of choice?
Well, one of my favorites is, as you know, Captain's Daughter.
Amen.
It doesn't take much for me to get relaxed with that. I think it was a 9 point something. 1, and I'm relaxed. 2, I'm really relaxed. 3, God help us. However, on an equal par that I like is this beer from a brewery in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, called the Hidden Key. This one is an NEIPA, whatever that means.
New England IPA. Yep.
So it's 6.1, and it's called Piece of Cake. It's a blonde.
Nice.
But it's great. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing beer. So if you ever find yourself in like Pennsylvania, like near Gettysburg or whatever, go to Hidden Key in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, and tell one of the owners, Tim, that Father Bob, who stayed at the Hoover House, because he was the bartender there that night, and had these sent you. But
that's
this is
awesome.
a great, great one.
Wow.
And I gotta say too, even though although I think it's back in Rhode Island now, Narragansett beer.
Yeah.
I just had it at Texas Roadhouse not long ago.
All right.
And before, when it was outsourced to wherever it was, I wasn't crazy.
I
about
think it was New York.
Yeah, this one was really, really good. Really, really good.
Father, if you like Narragansett Brewery, go to the brewery because they have way more selections that you'll never find in a liquor store or restaurant. They're a little bit better than the original lager, in my opinion.
Really? No, whereabouts is that?
Tockwauken? Is that where it is? India Point Park? India Point?
Indian Point Park.
Yeah.
Oh,
Off of
Indian Point.
195.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's not far from me. I live in Providence.
Oh, nice.
If memory serves me correctly, Gansett is actually still brewed in New York.
Oh,
The
yeah.
only thing that's brewed in Rhode Island are all of their alternative styles.
Oh.
I want to say like the Dell's Shandy, Autocrat. I think all those guys are brewed in Rhode Island, but I think that the other
Yeah,
ones are-
Autocrat is Dell's. Yeah.
I do not like the Dell Shandy at all. It is
No,
way beyond pucker factor for buddy.
yeah.
What about the tea?
Dude, what about the beer, dude? Let's just talk about the beer.
I was asking. Atlantic Light, along with Cheer 2, are two of my summertime day drinkers.
No.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Sons of Liberty, but Tier 2 Light, is that what was saying?
Yep, Cheer 2 Light.
Joe brought a whole bunch on the golf course when he dragged me out golfing with him and his buddies for his bachelor party up in Boston. And I was glad that I brought scotch and whiskey because, oh my God, dude, it's like drinking, it's like add it to the list with Michelob Ultra Light, and add it to that list. I'm all set.
So, Father Bob, what's your brewery of choice? If you could only have one,
Captain's
here on
Daughter.
Captain's Daughter.
So
Great
great.
sale.
Great sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a ride, but it's a really nice brewery.
It is indeed.
I haven't been to any of them, so that's in
Westerly, yeah.
Westerly.
You can throw a rock
Might as
and
well
kick it
say
in.
Connecticut.
Yeah,
Sure.
practically.
Father, it's like it's a house from like I'm sure there's ghosts there. It's like a house from like probably built in the early 1800s. It's a yellow house. They got a courtyard. You sit out in the courtyard. They got another brewery they call Hive Brewery. They make obviously with honey and stuff and beer. And it's very you can find all their flavors down there. Even that coffee, they have like a coffee stout. Really, really, really pretty place. But it's a ride and a half. So
Yeah, it's about an hour ride down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
from
mean-
Providence. Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel like I should be knocking on the door when we show up. You know, it's like I feel like I'm barging in somebody's house.
I'm
you know?
expecting grandma to come out and
Yeah.
stick in with like a fresh bake
Put the coffee
right.
on.
turnovers or something.
I'm gonna
Like these,
grab
like-
my sister and brother-in-law, twist their arm, and say, "Let's go."
Yeah, do
on
it.
Sunday afternoon or Saturday.
Oh, for sure. Do it.
Yeah.
Give yourself some time. Yeah, because I pick a nice day, sit outside. I mean, there's
Yeah.
gorgeous murals inside, but it's a beautiful building. It's a beautiful brewery. And I love the daughter. I love her.
Nice.
She's my girl. So,
Oh yeah.
okay, guys. Father, one last question. You mentioned the Hoover House. You were slinging
Yeah.
beers at the Hoover House. Is that what is the Hoover House? Where is it?
It's in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania,
That's
and it's a period style, from the Revolutionary War, the Civil War era,
oh, no.
and it's they preserved it. It's beautiful,
Mhm.
beautiful. I stayed in a room that had all period styles of stuff in there, and they had a special event with the people who were there. It was I forgot what was the event, but they had it. So they had the bartender come in, Tim come in from the Hidden Key.
Mhm.
So he was the bartender, and so we got to have beers there. So,
Nice.
but it's the great. If you're ever down that way, Pam Pamela Barry, she's wonderful. Her and her husband.
Nice. Good times.
Yeah.
I love Pennsylvania. I'm going to Gettysburg in July. I cannot.
Oh yeah.
I go there at least once a year if I can. Last year it was twice. So my beer, I'm almost done with my first beer. I'm gonna move on to my second in just a second. But my first beer,
You
it
still
has a
my
little.
beating heart.
Huh?
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to give you heart surprise or what. All right, so I'm going to read the label on the back, and we'll go from there. Okay. So, when you wake up in the morning, Pooh, said Piglet at bed, what's the first thing that you say to yourself? What's for breakfast? Said Pooh. What do you say, Piglet? I say, I wonder what's going to happen exciting today. Said Piglet. Pooh nodded thoughtfully. It's the same thing he said. And then it has the author's name, but it's very small lettering. I can't see. But anyway, this is breakfast. I made the pilgrimage to Freeport, Maine on Saturday when I found out that they were releasing breakfast, which they do maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So it comes in this like lovely little bottle, right? It's the label. It is a double IPA. It's made by Maine Brewing Company up there in Freeport, right near the Bean, right near the LL Bean. I went in the Bean and I dropped like $300. Like, business.
You went all the way up to Maine to pick up this beer?
Yeah, buddy, dude. I got a whole case, Costas. Listen,
I was gonna say because I've got a breakfast and dinner over there with my name on it. So
you do. So I got more to go. So this is what's left of breakfast. It's light. It's got a little clarity, but not a lot. Hold on, I'm gonna take my last sip of this before I show you my next beer.
Well, I just came back from my cruise to the Western Caribbean, so I picked up a few things while I was out there, but it's not beer, and that's going to be for another time.
that's another story.
Yeah, there may or not have been a few bottles of scotch in my luggage.
So dinner is my next beer. This is also Maine Brewing. This is 8.2. Watch as I pour.
What is it now? The dinner?
Dinner.
8.2. It's called dinner. This is only like they only brew this like 4 to 6 times a year, I think. So, and you got to go straight. You can get lunch anywhere in New England now. It's on tap places. Go to Laura's. Go to all these like lovely beer restaurants. It's everywhere. But dinner and breakfast you can only buy in Freeport, Maine, which is, let me tell you guys, driving from Douglas to Freeport down to Cape Cod, down back to Rhode Island is one hell of a day. But let me pour this for you so you can see the beauty.
So Father Bob, they do a series of breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Really?
Yeah. So like Buddy was saying, we can buy lunch here, but the others.
You said Laura's has. I love Laura's restaurant.
Oh yes. So they have it on the menu.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So if you haven't had it yet, give it a try. It's
No,
really
I
tasty.
haven't.
That's a Liz pour right there, but
Yeah, it's really, really, really tasty. Buddy's failing.
I gotta wait for my head to go down a little bit there, guys, and I'll fill the rest of it. But it's absolutely. Hold on, I'll take a little frothy sip. Give me a second.
There's always one of us that does it. It's just a matter of who it's going to be. This week, it's Buddy.
By the way, a little trivia.
Oh,
A little trivia. I did my family tree and my ancestry. I am directly related to a guy called St. Arnold of Metz.
oh,
He is the patron saint of brewers.
It doesn't get much better. I mean,
ironic, don't you
Oh, I
think?
know. So,
yeah,
yeah,
intervention, right?
For sure, right? That's cool. And he
Yeah.
was a saint too. That's pretty. Like my mom calls
Yeah,
herself a
yeah.
saint all the time, but I'm like, you're not a saint. You're not one of them. I mean, you're a great lady, but you're not a saint. You're not gonna like get tortured and killed and all. Yeah, I don't know. I hope not. Anyway,
but yeah, Father, I'm a Providence boy myself there. So I grew up over in the Mount Pleasant area.
nice.
that's where I live.
Oh, perfect. Huh?
Do you know where the high school is?
Yes.
Yeah, right across the street.
Directly across the street.
Right behind LaSalle. Right. I know exactly.
Well, yeah,
what it is.
behind there's the seminary, and then there's
Yep.
the retirement home that I call Shady Pines.
Nice.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I know that area very well. Very, very well.
Yep.
Nice. Good. Father, you were a pastor in the Bucket as well, right? At
Yes.
St. Maria Goretti, right? Right there in Fairlawn, right?
And
Awesome.
Yes,
Yes,
it was. Yeah.
There are, if you know the area still, if you remember the area, right down the street from there are two phenomenal. Well, there's one really phenomenal brewery right up the road, but there's a distillery too, right around the corner from there, literally. Well, the brewery is like the smallest brewery in the state. It's run by a woman. She's a very lovely lady, and unless you've seen recent pictures of her, they're really scary. But holy shit! But excuse my French.
Watch them all.
But she has like usually 3 or 4 beers on draft. It's a really small. It's not a giant brewery. It's very small. She's bubbly, great personality. Loves to talk beers. Loves to talk. She was our first show when we did the pre-recorded thing. So she's a great lady, Nicole. Go Crooked Current Brewery. It's right there in Mill Spring Avenue. It's
560 Mineral Spring Avenue in Kentucky.
Foolproof. Foolproof is right up the road from there too. They're really
Mineral
good.
Spring. I know Mineral Spring very well, but what's it called?
Crooked Current. They're right in the old
Lorraine
what's that
Mill.
mill? Lorraine Mill.
Lorraine Mills.
Ray Mills.
Oh, Lorraine Mill. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're right down there.
Across the way is a great diner, the Miss
Yeah.
Lorraine Diner.
That's
Yeah.
right in that same
It's
building.
on the same side of the road.
Same side. Just
Oh,
go,
it is.
go past the diner, right around the corner, and they're right there.
Where the railroad tracks are. Just go right down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He has wonderful beers. Foolproof, which is like right before that, where the school buses are.
One
You
of
gotta
the
go- it takes
Yeah.
a little bit to find it, but they have some really great beers too.
Oh.
So there's good stuff around. Yeah.
So, is anybody else happy that the Big Zabriskie is finally
Oh my God, dude.
over?
Bingo is done, dude.
And I was just going to mention that, and that we finally have a winner for
We
bingo.
crowned a winner. That's the most beautiful thing ever because I don't know how much longer my liver would have tolerated. The mark with I don't know how Mark does it. At 66 years old, Jesus Christ, he's like the Terminator. Excuse me, Father. He's like the Terminator.
He's built different, man. I don't know.
Oh. I go home and go eat and pass out, and he keeps going.
Yeah, he's like the Energizer Bunny.
What am I doing, dude? What am I not doing?
Different generation, man.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm drinking like way too many beers at each brewery, and then by the time I get to the fourth brewery, I've already had like 12 deep, and I'm already like, hey. So that's what happens every time. I guarantee.
Bunny starts fucking in third person.
Yeah, my buddy refers to himself in the third person, and it's all.
That's when it's over.
It's a sled ride down an icy hill. So,
Check, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Buddy's definitely checked out there.
Father, one last question: if you for Easter you're having ham dinner, if you're whatever you're having for your Easter dinner, what's the beer of choice with Easter dinner? The salty ham, the potatoes, or gratin maybe.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I like. I gotta say, except for IPAs, I don't like most American beers because they're like Miller and all that. They're weak to me. If
They
I
are
want
weak.
beer, I want
They're
a
weak.
beer.
They're Protestants for
I
sure.
want a beer. I like Stella Artois.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I love Stella.
That's nice and light and flowy for sure.
Yeah, that I would probably have with ham.
Oh, still wow, that's delicious. All right,
Mm.
yeah, that's fantastic.
Belgian
Ed Costas,
beer.
Ed Costas, beers for Easter dinner. Costas, I know you're probably cooking like for nine hours and serving 1,000 people.
Yes, I am.
So what's the beer of choice for? I know you have. I know you plan everything, Costas. I know you plan Easter Sunday beers. What are you going on for Easter Sunday beers?
Sunday beers for Easter. Salty pour. I'm going to do a leg of lamb, Greek style, and I'm going to do classic New England, like a baked ham with pineapple and all that, and all the fixings and everything. And
The beer. What?
this year, American Easter falls in line with Orthodox Easter this year, so
Yes.
I have both Easters on the same day, so I'll be celebrating both at the same time. So it's going to be half American Easter, half Orthodox Easter. So it'll be a mashup of the two. As far as beers are concerned, it's probably going to be something maltier, sweeter. Like I with the Zabriskie, we picked up so many fantastic beers. Like,
So many beers.
Winter Warmer or Winter Ale from Rejects or whatever.
That's good.
Fantastic beers. So I'm going to look for something that's more caramel, more sweeter. Maybe like an English style, like brown ales, like a Newcastle, something. Maybe like a Killian's Irish Red. We had 1 week or maybe like 2 weeks, I think, where the weather, temperatures were in the 60
great.
range.
Newcastle,
Weather was in the 60 to 70 range for like 2 weeks or whatever, and I thought we were actually going to have a spring. And I switched over to sours, and winter came back, and now all of a sudden I'm right back into stouts.
right back where you started on.
Yeah, stouts from 5, stouts from and winter warmers, from Rejects, Tower Hill, so it's like all of a sudden I'm back into the dark beers. So I think like Irish Reds, Newcastles, and then at the end of the night, stouts.
Yeah, buddy.
So you
Midnight.
like your Guinness?
Not bad.
Guinness is okay.
I
know
have a
that's-
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, I know that I'll be shot on site in Ireland for saying it, but I'm not. I think Guinness is somewhat, maybe perhaps overrated.
It's like the McDonald's of stout beers.
Right,
Right.
exactly. You know, it's great because it's a low ABV, so you're going to drink plenty of them. But
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me wonder. I wonder if they think of it like we think of Budweiser here.
I have a
there.
yeah, I would say
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like a Budweiser.
But the other one I like, Irish beer, is Smithwick's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Smithwick's is good.
Yes, very, very, very
Yeah.
good.
And dare I say, maybe a cider or two thrown in.
Oh boy, here we go with the cider.
Ciders,
Ugh.
apple, and ham, brown sugar, pineapple,
Ugh.
you know, all those spices and everything.
I like cider, but not in beer.
Right. Well, no, it's separate,
I
Father.
can't
But I
even
mean,
think about it.
it's cider. I mean,
It's a hard cider, so
Hard
it's
cider.
fermented. It's got the alcohol content.
if you don't have any beer and you got some hot cider, all right, that's like a.
I'll remember that the next time he wants to
Yeah.
take my hard cider.
Yeah.
Of course, it's you have to lift the cider, dude. Don't take anything away from you, not you. The dude, down east, there's nothing special about it. It's not a beer, dude. It's a cider.
It's a brew.
It's a second rate beer. It's I don't
It's
know. A beer.
cider is a brew.
We had a cider challenge, Father, and a beer won the cider challenge. That's all I have to say. The defense rests. The defense rests.
I gotta separate these two.
Anyways,
You can argue with that.
All right. Oh, Father, it's been tremendous having you on, man. It's always good seeing you. I'm gonna have to
Thank
have you on
you.
the
I really
paranormal show so we
appreciate
can talk more ghosts and maybe a little bit more beer, of course. Have a great Easter week, Easter holy holiday, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
And I hope the Easter Bunny brings you lots of chocolate, dude, and beer, of course. Have a
I think maybe he needs to go to back. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
not yet, buddy's ready.
And,
All right,
and for my Orthodox friends, Christos Anesti.
Alithos Mesti.
Oh, look at you guys liking that weird stuff. All right, guys, have a good night.
Thanks,
Have a good night.
Here's Father.
Ah,
I'm telling you, it's always good having guests on, right?
right, dude. It adds a little bit more flair, a little bit more flavor. I had to work my language a little bit, but
To keep
you know,
his language PG.
Yeah, he was pretty good about it.
it wasn't bad, dude. I said, in while we were waiting for you guys, when you were having technical difficulties, Father and I were having a little one-on-one, and he dropped the B word. He said a swear. I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, oh, Father,
I mean,
Well,
must
that's
be
probably
serious.
because
He's
you
a
were,
dick, you know, like,
you were
you
confessing.
must mean it, dude.
I was going to ask, was it a confessional?
Yeah, it was a
It
confession.
wasn't a confessional. No, we were talking about mutual people that we know, and he said the B word. I'm like,
Oh,
well, yes. He said it though, not me. He initiated.
That's okay.
it.
That's okay.
So once he opened that floodgate, dude, I just I didn't say F bombs, but I did say Jesus Christ. But it was I don't know, whatever.
It was out of excitement.
Yeah.
I was very excited. Yeah,
Let's
I
put
was
it
very
that way.
excited.
No.
Yes.
Oh, well, I was just thinking because you were talking about the brown ale.
Yes.
I was looking around and I was trying to think about some of the lesser known, more underappreciated beer styles that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brown
And-
ale is definitely one of them.
Brown ale, I think, is definitely one of them.
I did a beer trivia on our cruise ship, and didn't do too. The questions were really silly or whatever, but one of them happened to be how many styles of. There was a tie-breaking question,
Mhm.
and the tie-breaking question was how many styles of beer are there? And I was like a little kid in the back.
I know.
the answer. And my answer would have been 140, but according to them, from whatever their source was, there's 152 different styles of beer. Everybody's answers were 20, 24, 30.
152. I wonder what those other 12 are. Not that I've got the other 140 memorized, but
Yeah, no, I definitely
You know.
don't. But I'm definitely gonna have to look into that and find out the definitive answer. But
I've heard upward around 400 costs this. I couldn't imagine that many styles. But then you look at like these like the Burgundian menu. Mark Ambrose had me looking at the Burgundian menu the other night, and they have a lot of beers that I don't even recognize the style at all.
Mhm.
A lot of them are German, so that's probably why, because I'm not really big into the German beers as of yet. But
Right.
yeah, there's a lot more than we probably know about. I would be willing to venture.
Well, that's like, so that brings me to another one. And like you said, the German styles that we don't really know a lot about. Probably, forgive me if anybody out there speaks German or if anybody from Germany is watching tonight. We do have some overseas folks. Grodziski. Have either of you ever heard of a Grodziski?
Is that a style or is that a beer?
That sounds more
It's
Eastern.
It's a style. No, I'm pretty sure it said Germany when I
Yeah.
looked it up, but they describe it as an oaked smoked wheat and a very high carbonation. Some say it's kind of like the champagne of beer. Not the American champagne of beers, but because it's got that flavor, but then it's got a very high carbonation to kind of balance it out.
Mhm.
It's very, very crisp. I just thought it was odd. I'm like, this one I haven't heard of.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
buddy, you got any that you think are underappreciated that you
Oh god, dude. Oh well, yeah. When you mentioned brown ale, for sure, brown ale, because not a lot of you don't see brown ale out a lot, and when you do, it's usually the same flavor. I've had like one brown ale that sticks right out for me. It's from Maine. You go up to Kennebunkport, and what's that? Shipyard has a sister brewery there. I forgot what it's called. It's like an old man of the sea, a big guy with a big old freaking beard like mine, right? And he's like drinking beers. And you go to this restaurant and they have these beers and they have a brown ale. I'll have to research it. I'll post it on the page. And it was phenomenal. And it was a big old glass. And I brought some home in a growler, and it was tremendous at home. I don't see a lot of brown ales though. And I would say brown ale would be
I think a brown ale is an underrated classic.
for sure. English style, that old original,
I love that malty sweetness, those caramel notes on a classic brown ale.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be beat. I like sweets. Hence my love of sours and things of that nature. So,
well, I mean, for the longest time, I would not touch a brown ale.
really,
So at one point in time, I'm not exaggerating, I had 7 cases of brown ale sitting in my garage. 7 cases. of
where
it sitting
are
in
these
my
cases
garage.
now?
So what happened was,
What happened was,
when I was stationed in New Jersey, we had a beer recall roster. So if any of us managed to find a sale on base for any particular beer, we would call everybody and let everybody know. So at one point, they had Leinenkugel's brown ale on sale for $7 a case.
Oh, god damn!
Yeah. So we pretty much, between my shop there, we scarfed up everything, and needless to say, after I was done, I was like, I can't see another brown ale for a while. I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that a little bit.
Yeah, it was
That was a long time ago, Ed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You probably recovered, dude.
Come back around. But yeah, it was bad.
There's certain beers that I absolutely can't drink. I think they're absolutely terrible. Treehouse, which is one of my all-time favorite breweries, they make this Old Man something. It's a bitter.
Okay, so it's
not like a good bitter, like a bad bitter, not like a sour.
I don't like bitter.
Awful, like disgusting, and it's like a gray can or like a brownish can, and it has like very like low grade can art on it, and some people love it, and I think it's absolutely garbage. But everything else Treehouse does is wonderful.
So a few others that I saw that really stuck out. One of them we all love, the Rausch beer.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Love a Rausch beer.
I love that Rausch beers are making I mean, it never really went away,
No.
but it's becoming more
Why?
mainstream,
Mhm.
and brewers are starting to experiment with different styles and different techniques.
Yes.
And I think a Rausch beer, I know some people that, some breweries have used liquid smoke to enhance that, and I'm okay with that.
So am I. Liquid smoke is just condensed smoke.
Right. But
It's still smoke.
But I've had a few smoked
Gotta be careful.
lagers lately that, they're fantastic. I love. And as soon as I eat one, I'm like, I crave barbecue.
Oh, for sure.
Because now all of a sudden, and on our camping trip, we're going to have to do some Rausch beers when we do barbecue.
Oh, dude, for sure.
The pairing on it is fantastic.
Or Rausch beers.
Ooh,
Rausch beers, or the new brewery style that I learned that's absolutely delicious that I have in my fridge. So I kind of, now that you're speaking about Rausch beer, I kind of want to like put you guys up on solo and go grab another one. Is a Braggot style, which is the Bridget at Tragmar.
yes,
Very similar to the Rausch beer, dudes.
that was my beer of the week.
Oh,
What,
so good.
2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
I want to say, because I was out of the country last week, so I want to say it was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
My memory,
Well,
but
buddy, go grab whatever it is you're grabbing.
All right, I'm gonna put you guys up on screen.
Yeah.
You guys just do all the. You guys,
We'll carry the load for you for
Right.
a minute. So, before we get into the rest of this here,
mother of pearl,
so it goes back to again that if you guys have heard me say,
the Mrs. Love.
my missus does love the can art. So this one, get a good shot of that. Let me tell you, it grabbed her attention, something awful, and she's like, I've got to get this for you. So this is Fog Juice. It is a double IPA with key lime. It is a whopping 8%er and double dry hopped, double IPA, and this is from Abomination Brewing. They are out of North Haven, Connecticut, and I haven't had it yet, so let's find out.
Yeah,
What do you say?
I say go for it,
See if
sir.
we find out. So, normally I would rinse the glass, guys, but
Yeah.
I don't think with this bad boy it's really going to make much of a
No,
difference.
I believe that you were correct about that.
I have a feeling this is just going to overpower anything that could possibly be in this glass.
But some of the older styles of beers
Look at this.
are kind of making a comeback,
Yeah.
and I'm all for it. I want people to. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody to surprise me, wow me, give me something I've never. There's 140 styles.
Well,
We've
the
had
thing
how
is-
many styles?
Well,
12.
the problem,
Right?
and that's just it. We have the big guys out there. All they make is liquid water with a little bit of malt and hop and maybe some rice or whatever, and then they put it out to the masses. Everybody likes it, which is great. If that's your thing, I'm all for it. But expand your palate, expand your mind, try some new stuff. And so because of that, when was the last time you ever heard of Anheuser-Busch doing a Rausch beer or some, a sour or anything other than Bud Light?
Old techniques and old styles and old ways of doing things are slowly dying away. And I think this is a way of keeping in touch with history and the old ways of doing things. Me personally, I don't know if you've ever had them, if you've ever heard them, but I love lambics.
Yes.
I love a different, my wife does not drink beer,
But she likes
she
lambic.
loves
She's
a great lambic beer. It's a beer with that's basically it's a wild fermentation with different fruits, and it goes back to I don't quote me, but I believe it goes back to the monks in monasteries brewing
probably
whatever they had.
geniuses, those monks.
Right, those guys were. They were leaps. They were so far ahead of their time.
Mhm.
And that those ancient arts are kind of lost. I know I'm waxing poetic, but
No, I think
those things are slowly dying, but they're being
revitalized.
Thank you, Doctor.
So I think,
Please tell us.
well, 1 second, because we're still on the lambic here. Sam Adams, I believe, had a cranberry lambic for a little while.
Really?
Yeah, if I remember right, we'll have to look it up. And if anybody out there knows, go ahead, drop us a line, comment, whatever. I'm pretty darn sure it was in their winter pack.
Okay.
It was a cranberry lambic for a while.
Really?
I am very glad that they brought Old Fezziwig back,
Yeah.
along with a lot of other people, which is why they brought it back. But
Fezziwig is awesome.
so this one now, buddy, thanks for coming back here. We've got Fog Juice.
What is it? What's it called?
Fog Juice.
Fog Juice.
Let's show buddy here this wonderful.
Oh, look at that can, dude. Look at that skull.
You know who would like that?
It's like Skeletor and shit.
Dan would like that.
So it's funny you said Skeletor because that's what it reminded my wife of, and that was why she grabbed it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's a double IPA Abomination on North Haven, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It is definitely a heavy hitter. You know, I mean,
Nice.
look at this. Look at this. It's like orange juice in a glass,
Look at that, dude. That's beautiful.
right?
Nice and shiny and yellow and unclear. Speaking of Skeletor, I saw a fun little reel today on the socials. It was Skeletor, and he was saying how gonorrhea would be a great medication name for anti-diarrhea. I just thought that was hilarious.
So, I was the proud recipient, by all means, of a book on what would Skeletor do. Oh, so we're gonna have to break it out, and all you kiddies out there. And when I say kiddies, I mean 21 and over adults. Yeah, stay tuned. For it's not bad. It's not overly bitter. I think the lime in it's kind of balanced.
It's not overly hoppy.
No, it's not.
I could actually drink something like that without.
I've got more. Not with me, but I've got more. So yes, we're gonna have story time. I have a wonderful bedtime story for all the 21 and over crowd. So maybe, I don't know about this weekend, but coming soon, folks. We're going to have story time, a little good night story.
Story time with Dr. Ed. Here, featured by,
what's in the glass, buddy?
So in the glass, guys. So take a look at. All right, so take a look at that. So I mean, it's a little dark, but it's not incredibly dark. It's not black.
Yeah.
Right?
You come too close, it gets fuzzy.
It gets fuzzy. It's like a honey brown almost. It's like a box of Cheerios, right?
Remember Honey Brown?
Yes.
Honey brown.
Honey Brown. Remember Honey Brown beer?
I love me some brown ales.
I don't know if they still make it. They still make
So,
Honey Brown?
Bridget,
Trademark.
by Trademark, Bridget, they were our free space. Bridget, Smoky Braggot, APV, coming in at 8.5% IPA.
A braggot is
I've had, like,
kind of a braggot. As far as style goes, a braggot is kind of a blend of. It's more beer than mead, but it's kind of a blend of beer and mead together because they use honey in the fermentation process.
And usually, go ahead. I'm finished. I'm good.
I was gonna say that braggot was my beer of the week 3 weeks ago because it's fantastic.
It's amazing, dudes.
Right?
It's great.
Please tell us all about it.
So, it's right. You do taste the honey, but it's dude. Initially, the smell. Hold on, let me spin this around. The smell. It's like a candied bacon, and then the taste is like immediate bacon. Hold on.
Right. It's got this smoky caramel, like, oh my god, it's delicious.
Sweet bacon, and unlike the Roush beer,
Pig Candy. Shout out to Pig Candy.
Yeah, Pig Candy. Unlike its cousin, I guess, the Roush beer, which is kind of like this. The Roush, it's more of a light brown, where the Roush beer is like a black, right?
I don't think that was quite as smoky as like some of the Roush beers we've had either. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely got the smoke to it.
And I've only had one Roush beer, Ed, and it's by Smug.
Smugs.
Right.
And what was that? What was that?
Smokey the Brew.
Yeah, dude, that was a good beer.
That was really good.
I
fell in love.
Yeah, I went out and bought it, and it had to come home. And as soon as I tasted it, I was like, I have to smoke a pork butt and make some pork.
Yeah, need barbecue with it.
Yeah, you have to have barbecue with a Roush beer. I'm sorry, but they pierce or bacon, any kind of smoky, salty meats.
And bacon with anything.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Meat. It's. I want to go and fry some bacon and.
Well, we're coming up on smoking season, so
Yeah.
Get ready for some pork belly burnt ends.
Oh
Some
my
pulled
god.
pork, some ribs.
Oh god.
Smoked
Get
chicken.
going.
You mean there's a season for smoking?
Oh,
Yeah, because while I will grill in the snow, I am not sitting out there for 13, 14 hours smoking.
I just smoke some salmon and smoke
No.
some
you
cold
can
cold
put it in,
smoke.
they go inside and they come out and check it every now and then.
Listen, I'm not. You know how hard it is to keep the right temperature for 13 hours.
you're cold
I smoke other things, but I don't smoke
I'm
meat.
not cold smoking.
If you're cold smoking, you don't have to worry about temperature because it's cold. So
Listen
I
to the
cold
Greek.
smoke some
You know-
pizzas and cold smoke some salmon.
The Greek knows meat.
So back to our underappreciated styles.
Yeah,
Another one which I thought was kind of shocking to me, the Hefeweizen.
Oh, right.
You say.
Do say the Hefeweizen was on there, and I thought as an underappreciated style.
Really?
And to me,
Whose list is this, first of all?
this is just a amalgamation of things I found out there on the interweb.
All right. Okay. Cool.
It's not any one particular source, but I just kept finding these
Because Hefeweizen, dude, out of the breweries in Rhode Island, I'd say maybe a third of them have a Hefeweizen, maybe more.
Yes, there's a couple. Yes,
Yeah.
Right. Crafted Hope, for example, they have a Hefeweizen,
Yes.
right?
Vigilance coconut Hefeweizen.
Oh, right.
That stuff by the gallon. I swear, you guys better be making out a batch, please, please, because that stuff is phenomenal.
If
But
you're
I mean,
into coconut,
those- For those people out there that aren't like huge hop fans, there's not a lot of hops in that. I mean, well, not a lot of hop flavor. Let's put it that way. Because I don't know.
What is the Hefeweizen? Is that like a German or a Belgian? Is it fruity? What are
I
your
want to say
takeaways from it?
Hefeweizen is a German style of beer.
Yeah. So hazy, little bit of spice, little fruit.
Right.
Not a lot of hop flavor.
Which I'm surprised because you're not a spiced beer kind of guy.
I'm not. Like, if you put a saison anywhere near me, I'm probably going to run for the door. Now, Phantom Farms,
Yes.
theirs I could drink, and I did have some of theirs. I am not having more than a pour though. That's for sure. Just because that's not my style. I can't. There's something about it that's just It's just
It's not bad. Hefeweizen's good though. I tend to like almost get reminded. It's not quite a Belgian, of course, but I mean it's almost in that category, or they're like somewhat related. Yes, no,
Yeah.
They're I think they're all like kissing cousins.
Kissing cousins. Yeah.
Kissing
I mean,
cousins, right.
Like you have like
Can't do a lot of Belgians either.
Belgian
No.
wheat beers.
Oh.
So say if we would throw out actual names like an Allagash White
Oh yeah, white.
Which I do like.
or like
White.
Blue Moon, which is a Belgian wheat beer.
Blue Moon is everywhere too, and I love when they put some orange in it.
I cannot think off the top of my head who exactly in the craft beer community in Rhode Island has
White.
Belgian wheat beers.
Proclamation has a white. I bought it before.
Yeah.
The name escaped me.
I think Phantom had one, and there's a few other people that had like a wheat beer, and
Same.
they were fantastic beers. I love that spicy note.
So now, what, a wit beer and a Belgian, are they the same beer? Or are they again kissing cousins? Are they really close?
I think they're all in the same family tree. They're all on the same branch.
But they're different styles nonetheless.
Well, I mean,
Everybody's got their own little take on everything,
Right.
So you get the overarching family, and then you get everybody, the kids.
The
also.
English IPA, the American IPA, they're different, but they're the same. Yeah.
Well, that's like another one that I thought was rather peculiar was that dark lagers.
Right.
Darker lagers, most people don't either like them, have ever had them. I am all for a dark lager.
It's different for sure.
It is, and it's still very drinkable. People, you see the dark, and it's not
Heavy, right.
It's not heavy. It's not. It's it's just the color. So
Oh my God, what are you cracking now, guy? What's that?
I am cracking open Screaming in the Woods
Ooh.
One
What? I'm sorry. What is it?
Buttonwoods.
Oh.
Right, there we go.
I'm
My good friends, I like the unicorn on there for might
Right?
be a little
Oh, that's
Latin screaming unicorn.
Is
It's
it
a ro-
the food
Speaking
place?
of-
Ah,
You
Yeah.
said spices, so I had to go and crack it open.
Oh,
there it is, screaming unicorn.
that's the food place over there, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it
Screaming Unicorn is the
Let me tell you.
food vendor that is located inside
crazy food,
Buttonwoods.
so good. I mean, so good. Look at the color on that thing.
It's got a beautiful.
Wow,
But you gotta hold that up when you.
that is like
So
Boston Bruins gold right there.
Yeah, that's
Put it close to Costas. Let me see that. Let me hold it up for
That is a hell of a color.
well. Let me turn it around because I got my This is my Wolverine cup, so
Oh God.
I don't want the label to be in your way.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's
It's almost the same as.
I would say it's kind of a golden. It's not really golden, but it's slightly darker.
But you know what though? When you first poured that, it looked like
Yeah.
really strong gold color. You know,
Yeah. And you can see that it's got a
Oh, yeah,
decent
put some
amount of
light to it, yeah.
carbonation on there.
Oh yeah, nice.
And
Not a bad heat. Not a bad heat at all. I like
So, yeah, I'm going to try some of that.
Mm.
So another thing I want to talk about real quick. So, as you guys know, thanks to this guy right here,
Hmm.
we're going to Fenway.
Oh yeah, dude. That's
3 dudes and some guests are going to take on Fenway Park. Give me that back.
we taking
So-
beaver lips. Beaver lips.
yes,
Beaver Lips
yeah,
Mackenzie,
coming.
the legend.
There's 5 of us. We're going to.
Who else is gonna jump on the dude's bandwagon? The Boston. Who
There's
else is
5 of
gonna-
us. We're going up to Fenway. We're going the Monday after the 4th of July.
Who's the fifth banana courses?
Buddy of mine.
Nice.
But this is.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So, going to Boston.
Oh,
I don't know if you boys have been to Boston in a bit. The really great way about riding to Boston is via the MTBA.
oh, listen, I always try to take the T in when I can.
Yeah.
I
Stop parking in Boston, dude. That is stupid.
no. First off, and that's just it. I mean, they charge an arm and a damn leg.
Oh,
Last time I
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The last time I had to drive up there was a couple years ago for a Bruins game, and let me tell you, the parking was insane.
no date. No, thank you. No, thank you.
And the traffic with the one ways and narrow streets and everything else, and people don't know where they're going. It's
Right.
I hate it. I take the train anytime I can,
Every time, dude,
But-
it's like
Especially if you've been drinking.
especially if you've been drinking.
right.
So-
You should ride the T and sing "Sweet Caroline" halfway through UMass, and it's
Well, yeah. But the reason I brought it up was, where are we drinking? Where are we going?
all right. So that's right. The T,
I mean, I know Mighty Squirrel's right there.
Flying Squirrel. If you get off the T at the Fenway stop, you
Yeah.
gotta actually walk like 2 blocks, and
Yeah.
you walk right by Flying Squirrel. So, dude, I don't know if you find Flying Squirrel, but they get some good beers.
I do believe you mean Mighty Squirrel.
Mighty Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah, Mighty
Sorry, guys.
Cloud City. Cloud. They have Cloud City, and it's
yeah.
not Bespin, but it's pretty goddamn good.
He said breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now he's ready for bed.
No, Buddy's
Yeah.
Buddy's ready to go. Buddy's on Braggett. Next Buddy has a little
Buddy's ready
farm,
for
and
the
then Buddy
city.
has another Braggett. So we're gonna see what the
Hey.
next Hey.
That's a good idea. I mean, Maine Brewing Company, guys. We need a dessert to go with this
Ooh.
all-day affair here.
Yeah.
We have breakfast, lunch, dinner. How about a dessert, guys?
Even better. I got you.
Dessert.
Dessert stout.
4th meal.
4th meal. Do they know about 11sies?
Half C's and 11Z's and second breakfast.
Breakfast?
Yeah.
I don't
Tea?
know.
Afternoon tea?
Yes.
I mean, come on, guys. Let's get some more meals.
Plenty more slots to be filled, guys.
Plenty more. But I do like lunch. I have a bottle in my fridge right now. So
Lunch is okay. Lunch is it's been out. It's the longest they've been. It's been out the longest. It was tremendous when it first came out draft here in Rhode Island, but we've had it for a while. We need more. Send more south, guys. Send more south.
and while I love that, certain beers you can only get in certain places,
Mm-hmm.
When we're fans and we're not right there, it kind of hurts us. It hurts the soul.
Right.
For example, my absolute favorite, Sam Adams. Now, I am a huge fan of Oktoberfest. Anybody knows me knows I wait all year for Oktoberfest from them.
It's really good.
But there's one that I like even more. They're brick red.
Oh yeah,
I love
it's
that.
only in Boston, right? You can only
No,
get that. in
well,
Boston.
yeah. Yes. So it is only available normally on tap in the city of Boston. A few years ago,
Well, why can't we go to Sam Adams before we go to the game?
we may have
What time is the game?
Well, they've got different places where that you can go. It's on the
Might be
it's on
like
the
7
website.
o'clock.
They've got places listed where you can go that have it on tap and you can get it.
Yep.
But a few years ago, they released it throughout Massachusetts in 4-packs.
Really?
They canned it. A friend of mine who lives up near Cambridge, she was awesome enough to tell me about it, and I ran over to Yankee Spirits
Mm-hmm.
over in Seacock,
Yep.
and I grabbed some, and I should have grabbed more than what I did because when we went back the next time,
Gone.
they were gone.
So rare to find
Well,
that too.
It's so
Heartbreaking.
But you know what?
deep.
It hurts the soul, dude. But then again, it's like a badge on your fucking sleeve when
Yes.
you pour the beer,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can check that off and say, I've had that.
Yeah.
I've had
Right.
brick red. I've had, dinner,
Fezziwig.
breakfast, Fezziwig. You can say you've had these exclusive ones in the area, but it still hurts.
Mhm.
And,
You know?
and another thing you missed out on, like, because you didn't jump into the craft beer community until the last few years, like
Well, I didn't jump into it here.
here, right?
Here.
Other places, things you missed out on here. A beer that you have, Cactus, which is one of my favorites. I happen to have Little Farm.
So, I haven't had
Field.
Little Farm.
Right?
I
Little
do
Field.
like. I know he had it out earlier.
Yeah.
I do like their Lawn Boy. Lawn Boy is a good
One
one.
Boy's okay. One Boy
I like
Lager.
Lawn Boy. I'm having more of theirs that I haven't had before. I still need to get out there.
Violet.
I
Ed,
need to go.
Violet is, and then they do an ultraviolet every now and a great while, and it is so perfect. It's like
And
it's a single IPA. And it's so perfect.
let me tell you guys, Tilted. We need to hook up. We need to get together.
For sure.
You need to show me around. Tell me the story. Tell us
Right.
the story. Let us. I mean,
Ed, let me tell you. Let me
I
tell you
gotta get
straight about Tilted, dude. In 2015, a friend picks me up. He's like, "Hey, let's go drink some good beers." Right, it's my first beer day. Right, so I go to the brewery. We get there at 11:30. We sit in the parking lot for a half an hour, and then he's like, "All right, we can get out at 12, and then form a line." You form a line outside this barn from like the 1800s. Then they open up a shop at 12:30, and you can get pours. And then at 1 o'clock, they start can sales. So you go in. I got a tulip glass. I got the other one. I took a sip. I'm like, oh. It was like immediate. I love it first night. Like, oh my! Like the skies opened up and the Lord Jesus came down and said, "Buddy,
Father Bob would
this
be
is
proud.
beer, buddy. This is beer."
Yes.
And I had an awakening. But you could go in there and buy the cans and sit up in this. They had a loft in the barn. They had like this old wood stove.
Okay.
But the experience of standing in line. It was St. Patty's Day. It was cold. Waiting for beer in line for like a good half hour.
It's like a rite of passage.
It's like a rite of passage. Like you just don't do that anymore. And like they only had so many cans, and once they were sold out, they were done, and you missed
Oh,
it. So you go,
Now, let me tell you, if I stood out there all that time only to get to the front and then find out that they were gone,
Yeah.
I would probably not.
Well,
be
no,
really
so
happy.
we went on a Friday, and they had plenty because it was the first day. They only opened like 3 days a week, and they had all the fresh cans. But then, like throughout the weekend, they would post on that page like, "Hey, we only have so many cases of this left, so many cases of that."
Ugh.
If you didn't get there by Sunday at the right time, you missed your shot, and you had to wait another.
Oh no!
But that doesn't happen anymore because they have this giant facility. Which is
Well,
gorgeous.
thank God. I mean,
Gorgeous.
they're cranking out some tasty stuff. I haven't had anything from them yet that I haven't liked.
Right.
I got to say that. I'm not a huge fan of the prices. I mean, don't get me wrong. You pay for quality. You
You
pay
do.
for craft.
Mhm.
I'm all for it. But Oof, let me tell you,
We met that brewer at one of those drunken brew fests we went to.
Which one? What? Say that again.
One of the drunken brew fest. The one we went to with Beaver Lips.
The Rhode Island Brew Fest.
Yeah. And we met him. And hey, we got his card, and he had an electronic card, and he hasn't hit us back up. But he's like that's one of my white whales.
No. See, we'll have to reach out. We gotta be persistent and guys. It's like, listen, if you folks are seeing this at any point in time, any of the breweries out there, we're here for you guys. We just want to spread the love, and we're here for you. We've said it many, many times,
right?
But yes. So June for Boston.
July.
So
we're heading up to Boston, kid.
We're heading up to Boston. We're shipping up to Boston. So we gotta definitely obviously hit Mighty Squirrel.
We definitely got a pregame too, guys, because the beers and Fenway Park.
I'm not paying for the beer in Fenway. I'm sorry.
I'm not paying $20
for a tall Buddy Light. No, thank you, Doctor.
I'm not doing it.
No, thank you. They do have something else. Trillium is also in Boston, guys. They have a Trillium on the green.
Yes.
Oh, boys. Trillium, it's more than IPs. It's very good beers.
So anybody out there, if you hear our voice, drop a comment. Let us know if you're familiar with the area, where we should go, what we should try. If it's something we haven't talked about, if it's something we may not know, if it's a little hole in the wall place, we want to know about it. Let us know.
Reach out.
But
I like little hole in the wall places for sure. Those are always the best.
Oh, listen, some of the best food I've ever had is in a place that you look in the door and you're like, I swear to God, the health department should probably shut you down.
Street food.
Yeah, so
can't go wrong.
No. So, but I think we've run out of time for today.
We've exceeded our time here. Yeah. So the Mark Ambrose Bingo has concluded. Art Intico. I don't know Art's last name.
Art.
What's his last name? Art. Say, guys. Go.
I don't want to chop up his name.
I don't want to chop up his name either. It's Liv's husband. He won the Bingo. These guys hustled for Mark. They were.
I don't know. They may have put an air tag on Mark's car. Like
they were so good.
You could probably check his neck and see if maybe there's like a little.
There's an implant.
Mark had a pet rabbit that went missing, and then he came home and it was in a stew with beer. I don't know.
Fatal Attraction.
It was crazy. So, Art, we're gonna get the money to get Art real soon. I got the check.
Well, all I can say from the three dudes, all I can say is rest in peace to Mark's liver.
Yes.
It was nice having you around while you were here.
We'll miss you, old buddy.
Yes. I maybe
Mark continues to go through
his liver.
Mark's getting a home show this weekend. He's probably going to be there for free tastings at the Rhode Island home show. I don't know. Good for him. Good for you guys. Whatever.
This is Charlie.
Charlie.
You
have to say it with an English.
Ah, yes.
Charlie.
My daughter is more Britisher than you.
Yes.
Haley.
Thank you to everyone that participated in the Mark Ambrose Bingo, which coincided with the Big Lebowski during the month. It was fantastic. It was great to meet so many.
Oh my God! Everybody,
awesome people.
Everybody.
We don't bite, so if we're out in public or whatever,
not hard.
Not hard.
I won't make you buy me a beer. Just come up in chat. Let's just
I might buy you a beer. You
may walk away with a free beer.
Yeah, you might walk away with a free beer.
May buy you a beer. So
there you go. So it was fantastic. So you hear oh, that's the guy from the Three Dudes Brews. Come up and say hi. We're super friendly. Come sit down with us. Have a beer with us. We always enjoy time with everybody. Craft Beer family is it's a wide variety and range of people, and we all have one thing in common, and that is
beer.
The love of beer.
Right. And on that note, I think we're going to call it.
So really quick before we call, guys, I went to the doctor yesterday, and I went to the doctor last time in the end of February, and I lost over 10 pounds in March, the beer month.
Congratulations! I think I found them.
Holy shit, dude!
You lost 10. You lost 10 pounds.
I have 10 pounds with all the beers that I drank. Holy shit, CrossFit!
I think
I put the challenge on the links on the beer page. Come with me. Come to be my buddy at CrossFit. And you can come just that one time. You can modify your workout. You don't have to kill yourself like a CrossFitter, but it's worth it because Buddy lost 10 pounds during the Great Lebowski and the marketing birthday go. So anything with beer is possible.
it is possible
Okay,
All things are possible with beer.
with beer.
with beer. So with that said, guys, for Ed Padnord, for the Greekiest motherfucking guy I know, Kostas Stangaroli, it's been me, Buddy there. This has been Three Dudes Brewers, the last call. Tune in a few weeks as we come back and we drink more beers. Until then, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Yamas.
Yeah, all that good stuff.